is also just telling me that staple guns are apparently alarmingly easy to convert if you have the willpower and, again, potentially methamphetamine. But that's crazy. Converting something off the shelf to be a single shot weapon and getting 5 years in prison. In the United States, as long as you're not a felon, making your own guns is perfectly legal. That being said, this is also the UK, where if you say a naughty tweet, you also get thrown in prison. Pour one out for the homies stuck behind enemy lines in the UK. We love you. We see you. We are equally embarrassed on your behalf by your government.
Years ago, to survive the end of the world. Oh, we can't stay here.
Keep going.
We are equally embarrassed on your behalf by your government. Seriously, the free speech stuff is getting fucking bad in the UK right now. What was that one recently where they had the woman who got sexually assaulted by somebody, and then she said a naughty thing about the person who had sexually assaulted her, and then she was the one who got arrested? Fucking insane. I've never been more proud of my ancestors for throwing tea in that harbor. Anyhow, while we're shitting on European countries, let's go to the French. Don't tell Ian I said this, but I still, I haven't put hands on the FAMAS yet. I'm not sure what to feel about it until I do, but I do know a lot of the French rifle enjoyers seem to defend it quite a lot. So for all of you who stand the FAMAS, may I present to you Thomas the Tank Rifle. It's just a shitty FAMAS skin. Look, it's still my opinion the best thing to ever come out of France was Expedition 33. The FAMAS has to earn my life. I will say, however, this does remind me of the original fucking Mac 11 lunchbox, or whatever the fuck that was, the Thomas the Tank Engine, like little clamshell thing with the Mac 11 in it. And if you've been a fan of the channel for a while, you already know why I brought that up.
I got 7 Mac 11s, about 8, 38, 9, 9,
Maybe I'm getting old, but there's nothing I love more than like shitty early 2000s internet humor. Back before we had AI slop generate this shit, right? Somebody had to have autism. Respect. This next one is like when you're driving home and you want McDonald's. No, we have McDonald's at home. Well, what if you're driving home and you want an MP7? Well, apparently Poland has an answer for that as well. MP7 at home. Yeah, apparently the Polish PM63 was being converted over into a relatively modern submachine gun, or PDW, however you want to put it, which looks like a big plastic housing on the front that just, it's kind of a conversion kit. I mean, fuck, actually half of these are 3D printed. I'm just now seeing the layer lines on the one on the bottom left. Which, look, I can't really talk shit. I mean, before I had MP7, I had MP7 at home. It's cool until you realize it's coke. Coke from it, seed from it, MP7 arrives all the same. At the end of the day, coke is in the eye of the beholder. Now, a lot of you are probably familiar with ghost guns. 80% lowers, whether it be like a Glock or an AR-15 that are made of various different materials. A lot of them are polymer. Some, especially the AR-15s, are aluminum. One that you don't often see is wood. Wood with a bunch of screws and a Rector set worth of fucking steel brackets. I don't know what kind of upper that is, but I guarantee it's a PSA. Honestly, just for the meme, I kind of respect it. Especially when you realize that the buffer tube and stock are just fucking PVC pipe. There's no end to that buffer tube. It just keeps going, actually straight up through the plumbing, through the pipes, into the underwater level of Super Mario. On a scale of 1 to dangerous, fuck it, I tried. Now this next one looks like a fairly innocuous, just modern copy, except for a tiny version of you that are nerds. Way to escape from Tarkov. In which case, if you take a closer look at this, you'll notice it's actually, that super shitty starter scav submachine gun you get in that game. Say what you will, but you're barely scraping by. That kidder makes the cheddar. Apparently, some company in Russia, I guess, was turning these into full-on length carbines, barrel length and everything. The necessity in Russia to be able to sell this argument pistol. So in general, that's already ridiculous. But if you just zoom in on that muzzle brake, I can't let this go. The Kenner's chamber is a 9x18 Makarov, typically. That is an obnoxiously large muzzle brake. On top of that, I will never understand the Russian fascination with what the inside of like a VSS is, okay? I'll never understand the Russian obsession with just putting vent washers in shit. I do want to. Is it good? I don't know, probably not. But I just want it. One of these days. Now to something I don't know. when we think about combat rifles, we tend to leave out combat rifles of our forefathers. It's not all just AR-15s. There were things that we marched long ago with, like, for example, and saw a bunch of services in World War I and II, and was beloved by countries across the globe, and it made it 100 years in the future just for some predator to do this. I will never understand the fascination with just putting AK underfolders on everything. Okay, I do kind of understand. AK underfolded stocks are like cheap as fuck. So like if you're just like looking at like trash blasters and like crazy shit, crazy projects to do, I kind of get it. Also, the irony was not lost on me that the only that one, in my defense, is historical precedent, but we'll get into that. No, we won't. I gotta do it. I mean, yeah, no, straight up, that's an AK underpulling stock that's affixed to that. You know, AK underpulling stocks. I don't know, you tell me what you cursed or maybe blessed. You know, not quite blessed, not quite cursed. It just, something about this, it's hitting a funny bone. I'm not sure. Do you feel the same? But alas, is it really the First Adventures episode? You don't have a high point.
A deep sky dive.
So if you don't have a high point, I still need to make a handguard for it, but here she is. High point JHD. Right. The frame comes off with 2 bolts in under a minute. AK underfolder. Again with the AK underfolders. Just a fucking washer over this. Right. You know, I love he's got like this spray light on the slide on one side. I'm very curious. The longer I look at this, the more confusing it is. Look at that spring on the barrel. And the fact that this is 45 ACP, but you have like a fucking Walmart hunting sword on top. Looks like the stock at least does collapse, which is, you know, at least that's relatively functional. But man, that stock angle is absurdly low. Absolutely no cheap one.
No shit.
It's like there's lessons of the aristocracy. That's the concept. But at least most of the high point enthusiasts don't have access to a welder, because then things could get really nasty. Drum roll, please. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have a name for it. Best I got is the low point. It seems to be predominantly a PPS 43 with a Thompson foregrip and a high point upper on top, clutched together with what I can only assume is a MIG welder and some JB weld. The PPS with the woodstock does come hard, but not that. Magwell right below. Oh God, I don't know. There's so many. The question in my mind is always like, does this actually function? And in this case, the answer is, I hope not. I mean, the Magwell's in the right place, but I guess just to harken back to an old cursed gun images joke, where did bolt go, though? I don't see anywhere for it to actually cycle. But either way, this is actually the gun that inspired me to make another one of these videos, because it just hurts my fucking retinas. And if I had to see it, then so do you. Anyhow, I'm about to bleach my fucking eyeballs and recalcify my pineal gland. I appreciate you guys for staying all the way to the end, and as always, I will see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the next video. Thank you, and if I don't see you until then, Merry Christmas. Anyhow, I'm about to fucking bleach my... Chlamydia, your father's here. My wallet.
It's gone. You know the rules.
Hmm.